What's up, guys? My name is Miles.
And my name is Fez.
And this is The Commodity. And today we're reacting to part 2 of Top 10 Untold Truths. I said truths. Truths of Jollibee.
Yeah, so the first one was actually really good. It's a lot of it is BS about like, ooh, they put worms and stuff like that. That's not going to kill a business because every fast food restaurant gets those. You are now solidified as an actual
restaurant if somebody's saying that you put nasty stuff in your food, because McDonald's talking about the goop or the baby chickens and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, I don't care. They're the biggest
good franchise, or not necessarily amount of stores, but you know who is the biggest amount of stores?
Who?
Guess.
I don't know.
Subway
has more. But there are a lot of them. There's multiple going under like every day.
No, but they still have the most stores. That they're like the second most, like right after McDonald's.
It was super cheap to franchise, and they didn't have any like boundaries, restrictions. Like you could open one here and then open one a mile down the road.
If you know, down in the comments, tell me what Subway is from.
Okay. What? I don't know what that's from either.
They'll let us know.
Okay.
I know what it's from.
Let us know where Subway is from. But yeah, my take on the, even if there was at one point worms in the burgers, if it tastes good,
I don't care.
It tastes good.
What is it? What is it that's like? Oh, you can put certain amount of bugs or certain amount of this, because in the U.S., so the FDA is the governing body for the food industry. It stands for Food and Drug Association. Yeah, association. And there's like limitations to how much of certain things can be found in food. And so like, I think it's like you can find 16 pieces of cricket and X amount of meat, you know, like in 30 pounds of meat, you can have this, because there's got to be room for error.
Right.
Because a lot of these slaughterhouses or whatever the case may be might have a couple of bugs.
Right.
But it can't be like the FDA will go in and they regulate that meat like really tightly. Yeah. And then, I mean, odds are they find anything like that, they don't add it to it. But odds of them finding anything like that is like not going to happen, because if you get it, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen on that.
Either way, if it tastes good, it tastes good. Let's check it out.
Right. I'm the same way.
Yeah. I'll eat a burger with worms in it.
So I'm curious.
Welcome to Jollibee. There are over 900 of these things.
Hey,
7,000 plus.
That's Anthony Bourdain.
Fast food.
It said Anthony Bourdain in the last one.
So these are from Anthony Bourdain?
Well, I think it's from CNN, but the last one had, so like down here at the bottom said Anthony Bourdain, parts unknown / CNN. It said that in the last one. But obviously this isn't parts unknown though.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, obviously I'm a fat kid. I know my famous chefs.
Food lovers all over the world have one thing in common, and it's that everyone has their favorite joint. You have your favorite go-to spot for those cravings that nothing else can satisfy. It's those guilty pleasures that keep us coming back to places like Jollibee. If you're in the Philippines,
that chicken looks
good.
Wait,
what is that? That looked like honey or something.
Pleasures that keep us coming back to.
That right there, that is not what we've had.
We have not had that, and I want to know.
Unless they put the
no, that's
gravy on it.
That's like Jollibee. If you're in
it looks like a honey glazed, or
that looks like a honey glazed chicken, and I want to know if we can get
then
that.
Yeah, let us know if they serve that.
There aren't many restaurants where the entire family can eat something different and be completely
just
satisfied.
Adds another 10,000 calories per
such
piece.
A wide variety in their menu, it's impossible for even the pickiest of eaters to walk out of the place feeling anything other than satisfied. So let's uncover the top 10 untold truths about Jollibee's Part 2.
How many more Jollibees are coming?
Jollibee is going worldwide.
How many are you planning to open in Canada?
100 stores in the next 5 years.
If you recently visited the Philippines, then you've probably got a hankering for some Jollibee. The good news for you is they are expanding all over the world. You may be shocked to learn that Jollibee even has restaurants in America. The lovers of this iconic fast food joint should rejoice in the fact that someday soon, a restaurant may be located near them. You can't keep a good thing like Jollibee secret from the world.
Seems like everybody's got a secret but us, huh, guys?
Why would anyone want to keep spaghetti with cut-up hot dogs to themselves? Food this good needs to be enjoyed and shared with as many people.
So I told my mom, I talked to my dad because my dad came into town just a couple days ago, and I was telling him about the company. I was like, it was amazing because my dad watches some of our videos, but not all of them.
Yeah. And
I was like, yeah, so they have this spaghetti. I need to see if they have one in San Antonio. But I was like, they have this spaghetti, and it's got banana ketchup that makes the marinara, and cut up hot dogs. And I was like, to be honest with you, and he was like, Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. There's a whole thing about chopping up hot dogs because he grew up in Houston, and even in the show, but in real life he's from Houston. And I just ran out of oxygen. He's from Houston, and that was his big thing. He was like, my mama used to. Well, he doesn't talk like that. He's like, my mom used to make
cut up hot dog spaghetti
in my spaghetti. I was like, that's when I got really excited. I was like, Sheldon Cooper.
As possible. The good folks over at Jollibee are making sure that happens. It's always a good idea to bookmark the Jollibee site and keep an eye on their newest locations.
Wow,
you can
that's
also
an old
search
one.
Google or Google News for any upcoming locations that may be opening. Anyone
I wish
who
I could
thinks this is
franchise. I
going
just
to
don't
an
have that kind of money.
extreme has never eaten at this fantastic place. It's easy to become addicted to a restaurant that serves a little
We'd
bit
weigh
of
800
everything.
pounds
Who
if we were
doesn't want to sit down to a
franchisees.
piece of fried chicken and a burger? Who needs vegetables?
That looks
when
delicious.
there are
Look at
so
that
many
cheese.
tasty and filling foods being served under one roof.
But aren't vegetables still just gross, tasteless rabbit food?
Tuna pie.
Full-grown 800-pound tuna with his 20 or 30 friends? You lose that battle.
Strangely, more fast food restaurants don't have tuna.
I love all these
it
references.
seems that almost every fast food chain has a signature fish sandwich. Think about it. Even Arby's has a fish sandwich. Yes, that place where you go to eat roast beef sells
I've never-
fish
I
sandwiches.
hardly
If you
ever
didn't
eat
know
there.
they served fish sandwiches. This is probably
I didn't know that
just
either.
blowing your mind. All of the big names have a fish sandwich, but none of them are made out of tuna. Well, none except for Subway.
Like those poor guys who had to
And
come
they
up
do
with
make
a new ad
tuna
campaign for Subway.
sandwiches. I
They're
do
one
like
of the
their tuna
few big-
sandwiches.
Did you know? I heard tuna, the tuna at Subway has 0 traces of tuna in it.
See, I think that's one of those.
No, it's a legit thing.
According to whom?
YouTube.
Like I said, it's one of these.
I'm going to research that later, but I sincerely, it was on something that I was watching.
I think for you to market something as something, it has to have at least some
They said
of it
that it
in
had 0 traces of tuna in it, and it had, they couldn't trace what meat it was. Like, it did not match any meat.
That is
traces.
exactly what we're watching. That is exactly, I'm telling you.
It's just like the worms in the burgers.
Exactly. It is a thing that if you are a real business.
But have you ever heard that?
No, never.
Okay, so it's not
And it
like
tastes-
a widely killer, like they're trying to kill them kind of thing. It might be a real thing that just nobody's researched yet.
Dude, they researched the length of the
I think
sandwich.
it was on Red
Trust-
Link. I think it was Good Mythical Morning. They brought that up.
We're going to research that
Big
afterwards.
names
check
in the
it out.
business that has tuna on the menu. Everyone who frequents Jollibee always keeps a lookout for their tuna pies. It's one of those seasonal items
gotta
that
try
makes
that.
people
Yeah.
flock to their
they
nearest
have it.
location
Ah,
when
so
they
it's
are
seasonal.
available. The tuna pie would resemble a kicked-up version of a
When do
tuna
they have
hot
those,
pocket,
is
if
the
they
question.
made such a thing. If you're a tuna lover and haven't had one of these, it's time to change that.
'Cause I
These
do
things
like
are
tuna.
so good,
It's just
you
a
may want to
dry
put one in the
meat.
freezer
That
so
doesn't
you
look
can
good.
So it
eat
has
it
to be-
after
it
the
doesn't-
promotional
That doesn't
time
look
has
dry.
expired.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It says 100% guaranteed.
Aloha Yumburger.
Aloha. I mean, it just sounds magical.
Does the idea of pineapple on a hamburger sound good to you? If so, then you probably like pineapple on top of everything. Admit it, there are some of you who love pineapple on your pizza. You're a breed all of your own. It's not far-fetched to believe that you'd like pineapple on other things. No one is going to judge you for wanting to eat pineapple in your breakfast cereal.
And he's gonna do it through breakfast cereal.
It's kind of weird, but fruit is part of a healthy diet. A restaurant using pineapple as a means of making us feel
See,
like less
my
of a
issue
glutton
with
is a
the
good thing.
pineapple, or not even the pineapple, my issue with the burgers is I feel like I'll piss a bunch of people off trying it. It's just, I'm a burger person. I love burgers. and the odds that
when we get burgers, we usually get them from like really good burger places.
yeah, I don't do McDonald's burgers.
I don't do McDonald's burgers.
Whataburger.
Whataburger,
Or
really, Whataburger's burger is not crazy good. I think what they put on their burgers makes it really good.
I agree. I can agree with that. Well, I think their burgers are really good, just not crazy good. But I mean, there's so many different. There's a million burger places to go to.
Like Joe Willie's, which is a local place. I love their burgers.
Or Snuffers.
Yeah.
Or Muyas. Or I could literally rattle off like 50 of them off the top of my head.
A burger is just really tough to top in the United States, but I do want to try it.
Yeah, it will be tried. I just don't want to piss anybody off.
Right. It'll be
It'll be honest reaction.
Yeah.
If it's good, it's good, but it's going to be compared to a lot of really good burgers because that's how I compare
the chicken.
Every other burger.
I compared the chicken to all the chickens I've tried, and it was
It
right there
ranked.
at the top.
It ranked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was legit.
The Aloha Yumburger sounds like something that came straight from Hawaii. It's a burger with cheese, bacon, honey mustard, and pineapple. Does that sound
really
scrumptious?
good. It
If
does.
so, then you need to make sure.
I mean, I've had
Jollibee
Hawaiian
is on your
burgers
travel
before.
I haven't.
itinerary. Sure, it's a bit of a way to go to eat a burger, but this isn't any ordinary
Really?
burger.
Yeah, I've
it
never had
has
a Hawaiian
pineapple
burger.
on it. You know all too well that your favorite joint isn't going to be putting pineapple on a burger anytime soon.
Is there like pineapple in there or something? Yes. Well, hence the Aloha.
The Jollibee Halo is a foreign treat.
I mean, it's delicious, but how is it made? Let's find out.
Many of you have never stepped foot
Sounds like
in the
a YouTube
Philippines,
video.
but that
Let's
doesn't
find
stop
out.
you from enjoying Jollibee. They are expanding, and some may be surprised to learn that their foreign menu has items on it that the domestic version doesn't. If you live in the Philippines, we're sorry to break this news to you. It's a tough pill to swallow to learn that there are menu items that you can't get elsewhere. Don't cry a river just
would
yet.
assume so.
Jollibee may come to their senses and sell the Halo.
But I'm
in
amazed
the
that there's so
Philippines.
much that is here.
Jollibee Halo
Yeah.
Halo Sundae is a colorful ice cream treat like no other. It's the
We gotta
perfect
try
way
that.
to end a Jollibee meal.
That's
There are many
looks a lot different
fruity
than the Halo
toppings to
that
choose
we
from,
had
even
at that
coconut.
Filipino restaurant.
coconut, Mr. Christian?
It's also a cool way to beat the heat on a hot summer day. If you have a Jollibee location near you
I wanna
and
wear
you're
one of those
not in the
suits.
Philippines, then you should thank your lucky stars. There are folks over there who'd dance a jig for a bite of a Halo Sundae.
Part of every Pinoy Filipino's life. Aloha.
Jollibee made a guest appearance in a Marvel comic.
Stan Lee!
Creator of Marvel Comics?
Comic books are one of the forms of printed media that are still going strong today. Magazines and newspapers are all but a thing of the past. Comic books have a loyal following that seem to continue generation after generation.
And they
You'd
grow.
think that with today's electronic gadgets, the colorful tales of superheroes would be a thing of the past. Today, comic books are still on the shelves, and their new releases are anticipated by loyal fans all over the globe. Some might be shocked to learn that Jollibee was featured in an Avengers comic book.
That's what we call
Really?
ourselves. Sort of like a team. Earth's mightiest heroes type thing.
It was Avengers Menace of the Mole Man. The comic book
That's
is as
cool.
exciting as it sounds. Mole Man wants to bring doom to Manila and an earthquake to a Jollibee store. It's a good thing that it was all fiction, as an earthquake could put a hamper on the food everyone
That's
knows
awesome.
and loves.
I wonder how
Anyone
that
from the Philippines.
was done. Like, that's like how often, I'm not trying to downplay the Philippines or anything.
Well, like I've never heard of McDonald's being in a comic book
Right, no, but I'm saying I'm kind of curious of how they made that
connection.
the connection between the two. Like there, so as a Spurs fan, there's actually an episode of I've actually own it, a comic book of the Punisher that includes Tim Duncan in it, and it's actually got his car, which is I believe a Charger with the Punisher logo on it, and it's Tim Duncan actually owns that car.
Yeah.
And they did it with him because they know he's a huge Punisher fanatic.
Wow.
And he's a huge car person. So they did that together. So, I mean, I wonder if it was kind of done like that. They just know that, like, either the creator or somebody that's in there that's just like a huge fan. They were like, let's just see what we can do type thing. I'm curious to how that got connected.
Goes back to
Who read the
sponsorship. We're a
comic
huge
book had
Jollibee
to be on
fan.
the edge of their
How in the
seat
world
sheer
would the
terror
Marvel
as the
Cinematic
possibility of an
or
earthquake
comic
hitting their
universe
favorite greasy
connect with
spoon
Jollibee?
seemed a
Right.
reality.
It's a disgrace.
Unheard of.
Jolly spaghetti.
Remember when your mother taught you how to eat spaghetti?
Spaghetti is a rarity in the world of fast food. Unless you're fortunate enough to live near a Fazoli's, you've probably never eaten spaghetti at a fast food restaurant. There have been a few attempts by McDonald's over the years to serve up spaghetti at locations around the world. It has never taken off, and that's what makes Jollibee even more special. Somehow, they're able to pull off the one thing that no one else seems to be able to. Some of it
Because
is
it's so
probably due to
good.
their location, but it has to be something bigger than that. Is it
the
possible that a restaurant in the Philippines
sauce.
could perfect a dish that originated in Italy? Anyone who has eaten their spaghetti seems to think so. What exactly is Jolly Spaghetti? It's spaghetti noodles covered in
Banana
delicious tomato
ketchup.
sauce. There's also creamy shredded cheese on top.
What did you
What'd
do
you
with
say?
the...
She says it's covered in tomato sauce, but we were told that it's banana ketchup because they have a shortage of
She
tomatoes.
probably doesn't have any idea. She's probably never been to one. She's reading off a script that somebody else wrote.
It's banana ketchup and not tomato sauce, correct? I mean, I know it's banana sauce. It's something that makes it sweet.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's somebody that wrote it that probably never been to one.
Right, because the Filipinos have told us it's banana ketchup.
Yeah, listen to the Filipinos, not the
Yeah,
channel.
She was wrong, right? Let us know.
Cheese, Roger.
The word creamy is their way of describing the cheese, not ours. If all that wasn't enough, then they add sliced up hot dogs. Maybe that's what the
Hot
Italian
dogs.
version is missing. Meat in tube form seems popular all over the globe. You've probably never thought about slicing a hot dog on top of your spaghetti. These aren't any ordinary hot dogs,
I'm
and
amazed they didn't
somehow it
reference
works on top of
Big
a
Bang.
heap of noodles, sauce, and
Jeez. Yeah.
Jollibee breakfast.
I don't know when I've ever had a nicer breakfast.
We all know McDonald's is world famous for their breakfast. Some people wouldn't touch a McDonald's cheeseburger with a 10-foot pole. Those same people would scarf down a sack of Egg McMuffins without thinking twice about it. It's no
Egg
surprise
McMuffin
that
is
other fast
legit.
food
It's so good.
restaurants would want to tackle
Actually, my
McDonald's
favorite,
head on and
what is
serve
the
up
one?
breakfast. It
Sorry,
also
I don't want to miss this. The McGriddle.
That's
Nobody
the one with the
competes-
pancake side, the pancake
It-
things.
Yeah, it's like
it's got
and
actual
it's
syrup in it.
built into it.
Yeah.
like not like a whole like a gusher, but
Right, there's little like spots of syrup.
like it just
in
tastes like pure syrup. Yeah, like
I gotta say, I like the McMuffin more. I've
the
got to
McGriddle-
eat that one on certain occasions.
the McGriddle. Nobody competes
Gotta be
with
in a
McGriddle. It's the
pancake
best
mood.
breakfast sandwich ever created. Next to the breakfast burger at Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. / Hardee's makes a mean breakfast burger.
I'm telling you.
shouldn't be too
Just
surprising
burger in
that
general.
Jollibee would want to
I'm
take
telling you,
on
we
this
have
challenge.
burgers on burgers,
If anyone
man.
loves bringing competitors to their knees, it would be Jollibee. They are ruthless when it comes to delivering
It's
a
like trying to
product
compete
that's
with Mexico
so
and
good, their
tacos.
competition
Yeah.
can only hope the company doesn't plan on expanding further. The Jollibee sausage muffin with egg was only available in Hong Kong, of all places. Why it didn't have a broader rollout is anyone's guess.
Good guess.
Also, it's currently not on the menu. Don't let the tears of sadness begin to flow just yet, as no one knows why the sandwich is gone. It wouldn't be too surprising their sausage muffin with egg pops up in different eateries around the world. Breakfast is enormous, and it's an opportunity for Jollibee to expand even further. Who knows what they have coming down the pike in the nuts Jollibee to expand.
Look how big that piece of chicken is in front of that girl's face.
Look at those ears.
They have
They're
coming
so
down
cute.
the pike in the not so distant future. In the meantime,
They're like the
I guess
shape
we'll
of the
have to
wings
settle for
from
their
Jollibee.
regular
They're so
breakfast
cute.
Yumburger.
I love kids with big
Cheesy,
ears. They're the
classic
cutest
Jollibee
things
hot
ever.
dog.
Let's use this hot dog
Wait,
as a
what?
metaphor.
Hot dogs are something that often get overlooked these days. They are the ultimate fast food. Anyone who lives in New York City knows how invaluable hot dogs are. There are those busy days when you don't have the time to do anything at all. Still, you can spare
wouldn't do
5
that.
seconds to run down to your
He's the
local hot dog
world
stand
record
to
holder.
get a bite to eat. Jollibee understands the lure and value of having a hot dog on their menu. They also understand how to dress up a hot dog so it looks like it's fit for a walk on the red carpet.
We need to go sit down at Jollibee.
We
and
can't.
We need to figure out we need their full menu because they don't show us their full menu on the menu outside for some reason.
We need to get connected with somebody is what it is. But to be fair, that's another one that they're going to have a hard competition with.
The hot dog?
Yes.
I don't think so. The only hot dog I've had is from Subway and from the place we went the other day.
Dude.
Those are the only 2 hot dog places.
What are they called? Frank's Hot... I forgot what the company is. I can't even think of it. That does
ballpark dogs?
The one that they do the competition with, they actually sell those hot dogs at... they're the best hot dog you'll ever eat. And they sell them at...
That'll make a pretty mean hot dog.
What's the gas station I can't think of?
QT?
Yeah, they're sold at Quick Trip. And their hot dogs are the bomb. Plus, they have all the fixings and everything there.
All the fixings.
No one will ever say that Jollibee's hot dogs are ordinary by any
Something
stretch of
world
the
famous hot
imagination.
dog. I can't even think of it.
Imagination.
What makes
Not
the
Frank's.
cheesy classic Jollibee hot dog so amazing? It's right there in the name. It's all about the cheese. The average hot dog should walk away in disgust after seeing how this feast on a bun is dressed. Jollibee smothers their hot dogs in cheese and even adds
Photo
more
toppings.
dairy delight with their cheesy sauce. That's a whole lot of cheese to enjoy in one bite. A little bit of ketchup evens out the flavor profile to waken up your taste buds
You never had a
after
ballpark
being
dog?
awash in creamy
I have.
goodness.
Like at the
Cheese
baseball
lovers
field?
will get their fix when ordering
They're
just
good.
one
They're
of
the
these hot
best.
dogs.
Yeah, but what if that dressing's
It's all about
really
the
It will
chicken
take a
joy.
lot.
Is
No
this
offense.
chicken?
It'll
Who
take a lot.
doesn't love
I mean, I
the
want to try
crispy
it.
goodness
I wanna
that
hear about
is
the chicken.
fried chicken. Jollibee is one of the few restaurants that can give KFC a run for its money.
They can. I had KFC for lunch today, and
Which one did you get, though?
the original.
You got to do the extra crispy because
I
it's
always
cooked differently.
I do the original, just like Jollibee's. You just ask for their chicken. They don't have a crispy or original option.
They have a crispy,
We got their original last time.
but they have an extra crispy.
That's fine. I compared
But it's
original
cooked
to
different.
original. I compared original to original, and I've told you KFC is my favorite chicken place. I would have preferred Jollibee chicken
Because
today.
is it air fried? I believe it's air fried. Their crispy chicken, the extra crispy
Where?
at KFC. They cook them differently. Like their original is deep fried.
Just
But
like
their-
Jollibee.
Correct, but their extra crispy is cooked completely different.
Yeah. Well, then it's apples to apples. Then if they're both deep fried,
I mean, maybe I don't know.
I would think so.
I guess, but if you're comparing fried chicken to fried chicken, you get the one that they're famous for, which is their extra crispy fried chicken.
I don't know.
And
I would
like all honesty, what I would compare is the spicy chicken from Jollibee's, which is completely different than what I would compare to there, because I feel like the spicy was better than the regular from Jollibee's, and I think the extra crispy is drastically better than the original recipe.
Either way, I would have rather have Jollibee.
Which is
today.
kind of strange considering we're talking about a place that serves up so many different types of food. Fried chicken lovers shouldn't scoff at the idea of getting their fix at a place that also serves spaghetti, burgers, and rice dishes. At first glance, it almost sounds like someone is trying to pull a joke on the public.
that rice
the
just looked
chicken
like a
joy at
hockey
Jollibee
puck.
is
Well,
no
they serve
joke.
it like that
and
in-
there it
in
has
the
a loyal,
Philippines.
But it wasn't
dedicated
wrapped.
fan base to
It
prove
was just a
The
puck.
sides that are available for your chicken joy dinner depend
It
on
looked like it
where
was
you're
probably
from.
wrapped.
If you're in the Philippines, you have a choice of mashed potatoes, rice, or spaghetti.
Spaghetti angel!
See, even there it didn't show it
You
wrapped.
can get spaghetti
that
as
sounds
a
like
side
quite a gut
there.
bomb with the fried chicken, because it is. Other locations around the world may also offer a rice
Should've done that
side
instead of
dish
the,
and corn as well.
That
They
wasn't
are
one of the
famous
sides
for
here.
their corn and butter sauce. Ask
We
the
could've
cashier
asked.
what sides are available, and they'll be more than happy to make you drool all over yourself. If you've never eaten any fried chicken other than that made by Colonel Sanders, you're in for a real shock. Don't be
you
surprised
are.
if this ends up being your new favorite fried chicken.
They love chicken.
Jollibee
If it wasn't
has
so
many
far, I'd be
halal
going
outlets in Singapore.
Would you
So
like
many
some of my
times.
meat fushnush?
It's a chicken that has been yelled at.
To be fair, I'm not a big fan.
Jollibee is doing its best
I'm just
to
not
appeal
that big
to
of a fan
as
of
many customers
fast
as
food
possible.
chicken, generally
Those living in
speaking.
Singapore will be glad to hear that several locations are halal. It's a brilliant move on their part to become halal, as it opens up the door for
Halal?
many more
She says
hungry
it so
customers.
white. Halal.
It also signals that they have plans far beyond the Philippines. Fast food restaurants that cater to the most people are the ones who have the biggest amount of success.
It's time to get you on the path to success.
The higher-ups at Jollibee no doubt have a
That's like McDonald's selling nasi lemak in Malaysia.
Yeah.
full grasp
cater
of
to
this
everybody.
concept.
Or
They
really,
must
my comparison would be truly more like changing Church's chicken to Texas chicken in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So that they don't offend.
have seen
Or
the writing
actually
on
are
the wall,
successful,
as
I guess.
other restaurants were satisfying the needs of customers who are seeking halal food. Let's be clear and say that not all Jollibee locations are halal. If this is important to you, then fire off a kind email to Jollibee headquarters. If they hear from more customers who want halal products, they probably will listen. They've already proven a desire to service
I know
customers
we've
who only eat
been
halal
told what
foods.
halal is.
There's
I
an
don't
excellent
remember, though.
chance they will
I can't
expand
either.
their halal offerings if the public speaks up and wants it.
Oh, you can really taste the fear in the chicken.
Spend a little more time with us by checking out another one of our great videos. All you need to do is tap on that screen. And
Guys, let us know in the comments down below. Actually, you know what? While we're on here, what is halal? We've been
is it like blessed?
We've been told before.
Or meaning lawful or permitted in reference to
Permissible means that food is permissible according to Islamic law for meat to be certified. It cannot be forbidden cut, such as meat from hindquarters or animals such as pork. The meat must be hung upside down and allowed to bleed dry. Okay, so that's halal.
So does that mean that they don't eat chicken legs?
It said hindquarters, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess there's no chicken legs.
Or thighs anyways.
Explain that to us. Let us know exactly what type of foods cannot be eaten at halal restaurants or halal
If
Jollibee
you're
in
watching that, know
Yeah.
about it. I know that the Philippines isn't generally Muslim. They're mostly, I believe, Christian/Catholic.
Right. So yeah, guys.
Which
let
is
us-
Christian. I'm just saying they're heavily Catholic.
Right. Let us know down in the comments if you have any more suggestions. Tomorrow you guys will see part 3 of this, and we hope you guys stick around to check it out. But any other suggestions, throw them down in the comments or throw them down in our Discord, which will be in the link in the description below.
I've enjoyed these actually pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
Like the information. And let us know what is BS out of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some crap in here that's like completely wrong.
Right.
So let us know. And with that being said,
my name is Miles.
And my name is Fez.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace
out.